Hello, everyone, and welcome on this Wednesday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about integrity-based intention and how important that is for business, important that is for our energy, and how we conduct ourselves. It's all super important, so we're going to touch on a few key things today. What we're going to touch on is what does it truly mean to lead with integrity-based intention? How this powerful concept influences your decision making and overall business strategy, the incredible strength in saying no and staying true to your core values, and the transformative aspect of operating with unwavering integrity in your business with your team and your cherished customers. So these are all very important things that we're going to touch on today. So I'm going to just dive right in. So what does it mean to go and lead with integrity-based intention? What it basically means is to go and have your intention to always be at your highest core value, to always stand for what you believe in, how you want to conduct your business, honesty, integrity, and going and putting out there the best quality that you can be with everyone you interact with, because it's very important. People remember who you are. My mom always used to tell me, people don't care how much you know as much as they want to know how much you care. If you care about your customer, if you care about being of service, if you care about helping others, it is the most important thing is to go and feel that and to be that way, and how you interact with others, because they're going to always remember how you made them feel. They're not going to care how much you know. They're going to care how you made them feel. How did you make them feel with that purchase? How did you make them feel with that service? Did you deliver top quality for what they wanted? So that's why it's so important to lead with integrity and put intention into everything that you do to have it be at the highest quality, because people remember that. People talk about that. Not a lot of business owners look at things that way. So many of them are about the dollars and cents, especially, in the society, in the world that we live in. Sadly, so many people look at the bottom dollar, when really you should be looking at what is your intention? How can you give the most value to the people you're interacting with? Because that is the key to everything that you do in business. And this concept, it goes and it influences your decision making, because you'll never go and you'll never lower your standards for a dollar. You'll always go and be one with morals, ethics, values. People will know that. People will want to do business with you. They'll want to tell people that you're a good person to do business with, because the way you made them feel, the way that you conduct yourself is super important. And it builds trust. It builds loyalty. People want to be loyal to good people. So if you go and you're constantly in a state of going and putting your best foot forward and staying true to your core values and having the intention of walking with integrity in your business, it's going to make all the difference in who you interact with, what you attract into your business, the type of energy you bring into your business, and also just with your employees. They're going to go and they're going to see how you lead. They're going to go and you're going to lead by example. And you're going to go and set the bar higher than most companies will set the bar, which will totally transform the way that you make decisions, because it'll all be based in what is ethical, what is right, rather than how much money can I make. And people, they can pick up on everything. People always pick up on everything. And there's a lot of strength in being able to say no and to stick to your true values, your core values. So many times I get onto triage calls. A triage call is a 10, 15-minute call where I basically assess somebody's business, see exactly where they're at in their business, what they're looking to accomplish, the goals that they have for their company, for their time freedom, for their income. And in some situations, I have to say no. In some situations, that person is not the right fit to work with, mainly because of the fact that I would not be the benefit to that person that they need. I would be more of a hindrance to that person where they are in their business than I would be a benefit. I've talked to people who've come to me and we've talked about where they are in their business. And of course, if you're a small business owner, you own a company, you own a business, you have employees, you have no leverage, you have no time freedom. It's robbing you of, you're stressed out, it's robbing you of your time and good moments with your family. Then yeah, definitely in a lot of ways I can help you. But at the same time, there are also other people who own a small business, and that small business might be something along the lines of doing network marketing. and being a network marketer. Maybe they've been in network marketing for quite a few years. Maybe they've done different various mindset things with the companies they're with, because a lot of network marketing companies and direct sale companies, they go and they focus on that type of education. And if that person is at a level in their business after so many years where they're not making a lot of money, they're not going and they're not really doing too well financially, it's not a benefit for me to work with them because of the fact that they don't own a small business. And even though they're an entrepreneur, they don't own a small business with employees. And not only do they not own a small business with employees, they don't have I guess the best way of putting it is they're not at a place in their business where it would be a benefit of them. So sometimes it's powerful to just say no. Right now is not the right time. Get as much free value as you can from the group. Take in what you can, apply what you can, because all of it is super beneficial. Your mindset is everything when it comes to the success you have, the life that you lead, how the relationships you have in your life, the happiness you have in your life. Your mindset is everything. So there's nothing more valuable in this world than a business mindset, a strong business mindset. You could have all the work ethic in the world, but if you don't have a strong business mindset, you're going to be burnt out, exhausted, you're going to be tired. There's only so much the body can handle. There's only so much the mind can handle if you're not taking care of it, if you're not looking after the little details that are important and that are needed to go and create sustainability, creativity, and to go and be innovative in your industry, in your business, develop new things, create leverage in your company through technology, through people, give yourself time freedom, have things work without you. If you're not able to go and mentally be able to go and pivot there, and then all the money in the world's not going to help you. So sometimes, it is good to say no, because if you can't be of benefit to that person, you're doing them a disservice by trying to go and slam or sell your product onto them. Because right now they might just simply not be in that part of their company or that part of their business where you would be a benefit. So it's always good to hold true to your values, to your integrity. And, there are people that I've talked to, where they go and they've got a business, and it might not be a small business, a traditional brick and mortar small business where they have employees, but they've been doing business for quite a few years. You know their commitment, you know their dedication, you know their discipline, you know what their goals are, and you know that your program could really help them reach to the levels that they want to reach at. Then, yeah, definitely, I'll work with someone like that. Or if somebody has a traditional business, and they've got employees and they have no time freedom and they want more income, they want more sales, they want to go and they want to have a better staff morale, they want to have time freedom, and every single thing that they do in their business doesn't seem to work for them. All of it is because of their mindset, what they're doing on a daily basis, what they're envisioning for their life, the conversations they're having with themselves, the way that they look at the world, the way they look at themselves, deep core subconscious issues that are really affecting their happiness and their freedom and their time and their money. Because those subconscious issues, half of the time we don't even know they're there. It could be something from when you're 5 or 6 years old that's affecting you very badly in a negative way. And if you don't have the right person who knows how to go and go to a core level on a deep core subconscious level with a one-on-one session where they can find exactly what it is, where you developed it, what organ it's affecting in your body, what it's affecting in your business, what it's affecting with your time, with your money. And if they can't go and find that and eliminate it, get rid of it in an effective way, and then really it's pointless. But so many people, they don't even know exactly what is bogging them down, what it is. And a lot of the times, those deep core issues, we don't even know at a conscious level what they are. And until you actually go and dive deep into your subconscious and find out what they are, and you eliminate them, your whole business can change, your whole future can change, everything can change, because your potential is now at the highest level. And that is the big thing when it comes to going and leading with your core values, being a leader who goes and will only have that integrity where sometimes you have to say no. Sometimes it's not a good fit. Sometimes that person doesn't need your product. Sometimes they don't need your service. And sometimes it's best to not work with someone or not sell something to someone when it's not going to benefit their life. Because really it goes and it comes down to you need to go and you need to look at it like, okay, if I make this sale, it'll help me for a minute, but it'll help them for a lifetime. And that's really what it comes down to. That's the type of attitude, that's the type of perspective that you need to have when you've got integrity-based intention. Is, what are your intentions? My intention when I get on the phone with someone is, will I benefit their life? Will I benefit their whole life? Is basically the dollar value to the transformation they're going to have in their life, is the transformation they're going to have in their life outweigh the money 100-fold? And if it does, and then yes, that is a good candidate to work with, because I know the type of benefit I can bring to their life. I know the type of changes they can make for themselves. Just creating discipline, changing things up, the way they think, the way they act, their productivity, their limiting beliefs, the conversations that they have with themselves, how they look at themselves, the faith they have in themselves, the faith they have in their business. All of that is so important. If you don't have faith in yourself or your business, it's very hard to get out of your business what you want to get out of your business if you don't have faith in your business and don't have faith in yourself. So those things are very important. And the transformative impact of operating with an unwavering integrity in your business and your team and your customers is that everyone around you feels it. Everyone else, you level up. It's like basically they go and they say that the rising tide rises all ships. And it's true. A rising tide will lift all ships. So the better you are in your company, the better you are with your integrity, the better you are with your intentions and what you want for your company and what you want for your life, your customers will feel it. Your staff will feel it. Your staff will perform at a higher level, and they'll start adopting that because it's contagious. It's contagious to be a good person. Sometimes in life, we go and we're just so busy with life and trying to make a living and trying to go and sell our product that we forget the value that we bring to the marketplace. And you really need to own that value. And who is it valuable to? Is it a good sale for me to make? And if you're leading with integrity, your whole team will lead with integrity. And then you'll have leaders emerge amongst your staff, and they'll lead other people. Then your company will have a better chance to grow, to expand, because everyone is walking with integrity. Everyone is walking with purpose. Everyone has a vision that they're tied to where they want to do their best for you, for your company, because the way that you carry yourself. And that's why leading with integrity is so important, because everybody around you feels it. Everybody around you knows it. All your customers feel it because they feel special when they support your business. And now they want to go and they want to tell other people, because when they tell other people that they should come to you to support your business and get your products and services, that person who's telling a friend, they trust you as a business owner to give them the same level of service that you gave them. And that's a big thing, because trust goes a long way. Integrity goes a long way, in the sense that big reason why people don't go and refer or recommend other businesses is because the experience isn't that good. If you go and you make the experience an amazing experience for your customer, they're going to go and they're going to tell other people. But if you don't make it up and above your competition, then you're going to just be like everybody else. So you're not going to really get a lot of referrals. You're not going to get a lot of recommendations. No one's really going to talk about your company because you didn't make them feel good. You didn't make them feel special. You didn't make a difference in their life. You basically went and you gave them a product for money, an exchange of value, and they feel like the exchange of value was relative to what they got. The money they gave you was relative to the service or the product that you gave them, but you didn't go up and above. You didn't make them happy to spend that money. And the only time you make them happy to spend that money is if you're leading with integrity. You're leading with intention. And everything that you do is based around that. And it's very important. And that's why I'll always go and I'll always do a 10 to 15 minutes triage call, is what I call it. Just a short 10 to 15 minute call with someone before we even get on a strategy session. Because if I can't help them, I want to respect their time. I want to respect my time, because in 10, 15 minutes, I'm going to know exactly what type of business they have, what are their struggles, what are their challenges, what are their goals, what do they want to accomplish? Are we a good fit to work together? Will I bring value to their life? Is it important for us to go and have that conversation and move into a strategy session? Or are they simply just not the right fit? Would they be better fit reading a couple good books that I could recommend them that would cost less than the course, less than the 6-week program? would they be better off going and just staying in the group, jumping onto these trainings and taking what they learn from these trainings on mindset and leading with integrity and leading in a certain way, and take that into their business and grow their business without going and doing a fully immersive course, right? But the only way that you can actually know that is to get to know somebody and really go and hear their problems, hear their pains, hear their struggles. Because as business owners, we all have them. We've all had them. Anyone who's owned a traditional business has not just ran that traditional business without hiccups, without pitfalls, without failures, without learning lessons. It's not a straight line up to the top. Entrepreneurship, everyone goes and they like to assume if you own a company, you make all this money and you do next to no work. When really, as a small business owner, you know it's quite the opposite, especially when you're starting a business. You're putting in all these hours and you're not really getting paid for them, or you're making a very small amount per hour and you're putting in all this work and all this dedication because you have to. It's your company, it's your investment, it's your business. But they go and they like to assume that you don't work very hard or there's not a lot to do. And that is why, it is so important as a business owner to go and understand that you need to mentally be strong, A. B, you need to go and you need to have strategies in place to go and to decrease your stress levels. Otherwise, you will burn out. You will get exhausted. You will get to a point where you don't have hope, or you don't have passion for what you're doing. It's just a job to you. And if that's the case and it's just a job, might as well go get a job and not have any of the headaches if you're not going to reap any of the benefits that you should have owning a business. So that's why it's so important to be able to go and pivot and to have the right strategies in place, both on a physical level, mental level, spiritual level, to go and to ground you, to make sure that you're getting everything out of your business that you're putting into your business. And that is what's truly important, giving value to everyone around you, getting the value back and not going and getting taken advantage of, or not getting burnt out, or feeling like everything is resting on your shoulders. And that's the thing. So many business owners, they come to me and they've got all these goals that they want to accomplish. And the good thing is that, there are a lot, most of the time, I could very easily go and help them do the pivot that they need to go and increase their sales, increase their time freedom, increase their happiness, have better relationships, be less stressed, be less anxious. There's so many different strategies that they can incorporate into their life to have a way better life, a way better business, and a lot more time freedom. Especially just going and eliminating those subconscious beliefs that are hurting their success and hurting their company that they don't even know are there. And that is why the 10-15-minute call, booking a 10-15-minute call is so important. So if you're watching this live, then definitely put #live in the comments. If you're catching the replay, put #replay in the comments. We'd love to hear who's jumping on live and also who's catching the replay. And at the same time, if you're struggling with your business, you're not alone. A lot of people are struggling with their business. And you could even put call down below in the comments, and either myself or someone who I work with will reach out to you and we'll get you on a phone call. 10 to 15-minute phone call. Let's talk about what your challenges are, where your pain points are. What do you not like about your business right now? What do you want to improve about your business right now? Where do you see your business in 6 months from now, in 1 year from now? Is it a benefit for us to work together, or is it not a benefit to work together? And really make a difference, in your life. And that's what comes down to when it comes to integrity-based intention. Not everyone I get on the phone with is going to be a fit to work with me, and I'll just simply tell them, no, that's not the best move. And here is where you can get some free value. Here are some things to benefit you. Here are some things to help you, because I've been there. I've been at that point where business sometimes is very hard. It's very stressful. So it's a matter of going and having the right strategies in place, having the right mindset to overcome those type of problems and pitfalls and learning lessons. And then at the same time, have the resiliency, have the passion, and have the dedication and commitment to go and still reach your goals, still get to where you want to go. So yeah, definitely, if you've got things in your business where you're not happy with, reach out to me. Let's get on a call, 10-15 minutes, and let's see if we can make some changes, and let's see if it's a good fit. And if it's not, that's cool too. We get to have a good conversation, get to know each other a bit. I get to understand you a little bit more, understand your business. You get to know me a little bit more, understand my business, and we have a nice, friendly 10-minute conversation. So it's definitely a good thing. So I hope you got a lot of value from this. I hope you have an amazing night. Thank you so much for being part of the community, part of the group. I love the fact that the group is going and is growing on a weekly basis. There's more and more people getting involved. And I'm excited to go and give away that CERT session at the end of the month, that subconscious emotional release therapy session, to the person who goes and invites the most people to join the group. And of course, they have to be small business owners. They have to be entrepreneurs, because that is what the group is for. Someone who's not one of those would not get the value that they should get from being in a group. So yeah, definitely get your invitations in. I hope you win that subconscious emotional release therapy session. Found out exactly what's hurting your business, hurting your happiness, or your relationships. We get rid of it in a 2-hour session, and you sleep like a baby that night. So hope you have an awesome night or awesome day, awesome afternoon or morning, depending on where you are in the world right now. Thank you very much for jumping on, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great week, and talk to you later.